Fortnite OG is back, and I wouldn't play without watching this video. Things are sweaty, and so from secret changes, how to get your first win and more, here is everything you need to know. The second you jump into Chapter 1, you're gonna realize the most devastating combo of all time has come back. Now, you can collect as many pump shotguns as you want, all thanks to the return of Double Pump. For all the sweats, they're gonna love this. For the casual players, it might make you want to run away scared. But don't worry, Double Pump won't actually be around for long. OG Fortnite isn't gonna stay in Season 1. In January, we'll see the map change to the Season 2 version, and then every month onwards, we're gonna time travel through all of Chapter 1. That means whatever your favorite part of OG Fortnite was, you'll eventually get to relive it. And so right now, when you load into the mode, your lobby background will change to the classic blue triangle that was iconic back in the day. If you're loading in for the first time, you're gonna get a hit of instant nostalgia before you even dropped on the map. But then sadly, you'll also notice that movement is not very OG. The animations are a hybrid between classic running and tactical sprint, but personally, I think it's needed. Back in the day, we all remember how annoying it was to run from the storm because you were just so slow. At the time, we begged for vehicles just to fix this problem, and now we are in Season 1, so there's literally zero mobility items on the map. Tactical sprint is a necessity to make the game feel better, otherwise it'd be a nightmare like it was in 2017. Especially now that zero build exists, because clambering and sliding makes those hills way easier to traverse. And so that's why the map has been updated with zip lines everywhere. Those classic mountains with a chest on top, you don't need builds to get up there anymore, and Loot Lake is a perfect example of why we need them. If you were around in Chapter 1, you'll know just how annoying Loot Lake was. Like literally nobody landed here because the water was impossible to get over. Midge is super slow, and Fortnite has brought this back in the form of OG water. If you jump into this Wasting Mire or Loot Lake, you're gonna have a bad time crossing unless you build pyramids or ride the zip lines. For zero build, these lines are making it so much easier to get across the lake, especially to escape the storm. You just gotta watch out for the snipers. If you get wiped out though, no worries, reboot vans are officially on the Season 1 map for the first time ever. They're not locked to specific POIs either like they were in future seasons, so you can find these basically anywhere. There's always some place to reboot your team. You're gonna need it when you realize people could just destroy you with a pickaxe. Instead of the original season where pickaxe damage was only 10 health, Fortnite has kept the 20 damage axes, letting you slash enemies down insanely quickly. Now I love the secret they did manage to keep OG. In the new trailer, you can hear a pretty distinctive song. This is Destruction by Joywave, a song that was featured in the very first trailer for Battle Royale in 2017. I'm happy to report that traps have finally returned to the game, including some OG traps that we haven't seen in like 6 years. Spike traps are here to make the game feel super nostalgic, including classics like the Wall Dynamo and Ceiling Zapper. Obviously place these above doors for some free kills. It has been so long since these were in game that people have forgotten to look out for them. They will literally walk straight into your trap. One of the rarest mobility items are here, with jump pads that can launch you high up. Rumor has it, there's even directional jump pads in the loot pool, and these were crucial back in the day for getting the drop on players. And did you know that escaping the storm is now easier than ever? It used to be really stressful when you found yourself walking across the map to safety because whenever we had to heal up, you had to stop moving. Total nightmare, so Fortnite has transferred the new consumables over to OG, letting us walk while healing up. Just the only problem is this season has no minis in the loot pool. In fact, you'd be lucky to find more than 2 big pots per match. Now, once your shield has been taken out, it is so hard to discover more. Half the time, you'll find a slurp juice and get super excited. I mean, hey, I can finally recharge. But no, they have made it so slurp juices are the old versions, which only gave you 25 health and shield. I hate to say it, but sadly, we also didn't get the OG Tomato Town. Sure, you could drop here and everything looks almost exactly how we left it, except for one detail, the mascot head isn't spinning. Come on, this is unforgivable, Fortnite. Okay, I'm only joking, but there is a change you have to know about. They finally got rid of the material cap. Yeah, you can literally farm to your heart's content and collect wood, bricks, and metal all the way to 999, just like Chapter 1. So I guess building all those pyramids across Loot Lake won't be as bad. Make sure to look out for the most iconic weapon of OG Fortnite, the Scar. We all remember how popular this was. If you found a gold scar, it literally was like finding lost treasure, and I'm happy to report the thing still shreds players. And if you listen closely there, yeah, the OG shooting sound is back, and it feels so good to hear it again. Here's another classic sound that's back. We haven't heard this in years, but I also appreciate the fact that some parts of the game have been modernized. For example, snipers. We never had this in 2017, but now sniper glare has been added, which is a total lifesaver considering everyone is sniping across the map right now. Another modern feature is how you can now thank the Chapter 1 bus driver. This guy never really got the thanks he deserved, so you can finally appreciate him for once. Check out the tactical shotgun though. Obviously everyone keeps dropping these to pick up a double pump instead, but if you pay close attention to the model, it has gone back to the OG style. That means on the screen, they kept the snake Easter egg that has been removed for years. Now don't forget, this is Season 1 after all, so the loot pool is tiny, the map is huge, and it also means there is no tilted towers. If you weren't around in 2017 and are dropping into OG hoping to land tilted again, you're gonna have to wait until January. Instead, the buildings you can't hide inside are the ones you throw down yourself. For zero build players, Epic already knows the struggle of trying to survive on this map, so they kindly gave us porta bunkers to make it easier. Now don't forget to level up your OG pass before January. It only lasts until the end of the year, and then we're moving into Chapter 1 Season 2. Right now the skins in the OG pass are based on the classic outfits from 2017. Renegade Raider, Aerial Assault Trooper, and Skull Commander have all been reworked into modern outfits, and they look insane. In fact, this is the first ever Battle Royale pass to have no V-Bucks included. Even though other modes like Festival don't have V-Bucks either, some players were expecting to see some in the OG pass at least. Obviously, Fortnite has done this because it counts as a mini pass, not the main Battle Royale mode, and it makes sense. One thing that old players are happy to see return is the classic locations like Dusty Depot and factories. When we returned to Chapter 1 last year, these locations were already destroyed by the meteor, but now we've got a real chance to drop at them once again. Even when the match is over, your nostalgia doesn't end. If you get a win, you'll be met with the old Victory Royale screen. No slow-mo, no fancy effects, just the old sign slapped on the screen. Once you head back to the lobby from there, you'll be met with a brand new umbrella. OG grants its own winning reward, Tagged Umbrella, the classic silver one, but with the iconic dog tag sprayed on top. So to get that win, you'll need to know the loot you're gonna find. The current pool for Season 1 is super simplified, right back to the old days in 2017. For assault rifles, there's the OG AR, scope version, Scar and Burst. Spray weapons have the old submachine gun, TAC SMG, while shotguns have the pump and TAC, all with OG models and sounds. There's also some more classics like the pistol, revolver, and explosives like the grenade and rocket launchers. These things are absolutely devastating. I wouldn't underestimate them. It wouldn't be OG without sniping. Both the semi-auto and bolt action are back, so don't stand around in the open. That is it, literally just 12 weapons. Perhaps one of the strangest decisions in OG is the removal of duos. At launch, the mode only supports solos or squads in either build or zero build modes. It makes sense that trios is missing. It wasn't added until 2019 and helps prevent the player base from being spread too thin. But no duos? Now players are just teaming in solos or not even bothering to play, so let's just hope it is added soon. I'm willing to bet that'll happen before November 2025, and that's when Epic has currently set the old map to end in OG. What this means, we don't really know. Whether they'll just extend this time, it'll restart back at Season 1 after X, or maybe we'll go to Chapter 2. Personally, I wouldn't panic for now. Epic did say OG's here to stay after all. I touched on this earlier, but grenades have also been reverted. Now, unfortunately, they still use the newer model, but that's made up for the fact that they are now stencil drawings in the inventory again. You can't even aim them. They just throw instantly like the old days, but that's not all, because the damage nerfs from Chapter 4 were also removed. They do 100 damage and break structure significantly again. I'm telling you, they are devastating. One of the most nostalgic feelings from 2018 is running across the map to chase the storm circle. Well, that feeling is back. Not only is there no mobility, but the storm can now go anywhere, just like in the old days. It means if you land at Flush Factory, you'll either have to go nowhere the whole game or sprint across the entire island. As you run to zone, you'll probably have to pass through some truly OG locations, some of which haven't been seen since the original chapter. Moisty Mire has never been seen in this state since April 2018, after getting a movie studio and an entire desert rifted on top. It didn't even return in OG last year. Same goes for Anarchy Acres, which most of you probably forgot about because, I mean, let's be honest, it is just Fatal Fields but rearranged a bit. Since we are starting from the very beginning, Lazy Lynx hasn't taken over this just yet, giving us his POI after 2,330 days. So enjoy it while it lasts. Make sure to use code T5G if you guys pick up any skins in the item shop. It's been Tommy, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.